Nigeria, Niger area, a land flowing with milk and honey. At least, that is what we were told while growing up, only to grow up to know a country that has gradually become the headquarters of poverty, degradation, inequality, unemployment, poor educational and health system, not to talk of banditry in the recent times, all triggered by bad leadership and lack of cooperation by the numerous ethnic groups. Our 200 million blessing of a population, with, according to Wikipedia, 42.54% being less than 14 years old, and a big chunk of the remainder being youths. To maximize our youthful potential, Nigerian business people need a demographic transition. Ensuring that the young people are engaged is a must to curb especially the insecurity problems that we currently face. Today, we have a duo who have decided to produce made in Nigeria printing equipment. The discussion that will follow, I hope, will serve as a guide for the next generation business life. And I'm hoping that this program can help these innovative ones grow their business to encourage larger participation. Let's go meet these fantastic young men. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a concert. I see the smoke, I see the lightings. It is the PrintTech Gang. This broadcast, like every other one, is to help you make informed decisions. Gentlemen, tell us what you have for us today.
What we have here is the Easy Press printing machine. It's a one-plating multicolor press, which has 3 registration pins.
Yeah, let me explain more on the registration pin. Yeah, with this registration pin, you have the possibility of adjusting all your colors, no matter the amount of colors you have. You will be able to print the colors very, very well, and they will all register properly. With this machine also, you have the off contact present, which means that when you are printing, you don't have ink build up on the machine as you print. With that, the mesh tends to release easily from the mesh, and this machine is very, very easy to install. You don't have anything to do, just get the machine and they just screw it on the table and you're ready to go. No much alignment on it,
and it is very affordable for startups.
It's about 10 months now that you started, right?
Yes.
How has it been so far, and what are your greatest challenges?
Yes, it's been 10 months, and because we started during the COVID-19 pandemic, it wasn't that easy to find a market for what we want to produce. We had to actually scout and get some information from some people to know what to do. We've been able to produce many machines, and we will be producing more.
One of the challenges we are facing is that these materials are mostly local, but when it comes to the few of them that are imported, we find it very, very challenging for us to get some of those materials. The exchange rate also affects that also. Then when you come to the local patronage, it's good. We thank you very much for what you've done so far, but we still need more. We should try to, as much as possible, to help the Nigerian manufacturers grow. The industry needs to grow. It needs to grow very well, and so that we can help this economy grow very, very well.
How many equipment have you produced? How many units of each have you sold? Is the marketing encouraging?
To produce a lot of machines, basically solar. We sold more on solar than the other ones, though solar came first before the printing equipment. But it has been good. The market has been good, though we have to convince a lot of people to to accept the made in Nigerian goods?
Adding to what my colleague said, because we are the ones designing, fabricating, and marketing this equipment, it's taking a very large toll on us. And in the future, we are looking at expanding this manufacturing thing into getting people that will help us get them together, fabricate them together, and also professionals that will help us market this. But all this won't be possible if you guys don't patronize us. Even in the future, we are looking at exporting some of our products so that Nigeria can earn foreign exchange. So you guys should try as much as possible to patronize made in Nigerian goods.
Now it's interesting because your first invention was solar energy to power small equipment. Second, VESA, a small screen printing mesh exposure unit. The third is a stretching unit, also screen printing. And now you have done a screen printing machine, the one you have termed one pellet multicolor press. What exactly is the attraction with screen printing?
To your question, we understand that screen printing has been one of the old forms of making money in Nigeria. Most people who go into it have to spend a lot of money to open that kind of business. So why we decided to go into this? Because we feel there's another way we can help young people to start businesses without spending so much, which is why we decided to deviate into screen printing and do some of the products that can help a better Nigeria. Because at the moment now, there's no money to buy any expensive product. So for Nigeria to survive, we need to produce locally to make things work.
Okay, do you guys have any special offer?
Yes, there are special offers. The e-press comes with 4 mesh because you need the 4 mesh for easy registration. And then if you decide to use just 1 mesh to do what you want, or you want to do your mesh yourself, it's more difficult for you to get the correct registration than we who produce the machine do a mesh for you that can work with the machine. Also, a little bit of ink and a table comes with it. It depends on how you want it. Though we have a combo on what everything you need for screen printing, but if you want just this alone, it also has a price.
Can you tell us what is your message to the Nigerian printers watching you on this your innovation?
Our message to the printers is that you can come to us and we will help you get the right equipment for you. If anything that you want, we can get it for you, fabricate it for you. And so the Nigeria at large, make sure you try and patronize made in Nigerian goods, because without it, we can't grow. That's the only thing that can help this economy grow better.
For the people that want to do business with you, how can they reach you? How do we contact you?
Our company, which is Tech Global Manufacturing, is located at Alaka Estate. That is 31 Ajani Olujare Street in Alaka Estate. To contact us through email, WhatsApp, or through phone call is on the screen. Thank you.
I particularly like this innovation because it means that young people are actually getting busy. And once they are busy, it's always improved their creativity and it boosts their knowledge level. What do you think?
I've always been an advocate for young people, so I might be the wrong person to ask what I think. I've always encouraged young people, and I always think that young people have something to offer. But the challenge is the insecurity that we have in the society is probably caused by young people not being busy. So as many young people that we can get busy, the better for the economy. Yes. But it's also difficult for people to get busy in a society where things have become extremely hard and there is no level playing ground. And the people are not encouraged because the infrastructures are not in place. Okay, let's give it to this government that is trying to put some infrastructures in place. At least you can travel from Lagos to Ibadan by train now. Hopefully, very soon we'll be able to go to the north by train. And you know what?
That's coming up very soon.
Talking about infrastructure not being in place, even without the infrastructure per se, some guys are still doing great things. Okay, look at these guys that we just showcase what they've got. They're in Nigeria, they're in this country, and they manage what they have in the economy to actually produce, to be productive. So getting a lot of young people off the street, which I'm so sure the government has like 80% work to do on this. But the remaining 20% should also be thought out by the young people if they're given the opportunity. Are they really willing to really do some stuff? And what are the plans for them to get their hands busy rather than being on the road?
Sometimes it's about the young people. I mean, it's always about the young people. You see a lot of young people running around looking for charity, looking for handouts. Mm-hmm. But I do not believe in charity. I believe more in collaboration. You know why? Charity is a vertical relationship. It comes from the top to the bottom. So by the time you do Yankadede, it's a relationship that is coming from up to down. So the day you don't have anything to give to me, the Yankadede, the relationship will change as it were. But collaboration, we're at the same level. So what do you have to bring?
So how far are you bringing to the table?
Yeah, what do you have to bring? What do I have to bring? By the time we put this into right perspective, we will definitely have some, traction for us to be able to go. So my advice to young people out there is, please don't wait for the charity. Don't wait for the free lunch. Try and organize yourself. Put yourself together. Look at the PrintTech global manufacturing guys. They are young people who have come together to say, oh, I can do the design, I can fabricate, and I can do the marketing. So I think they all need to also go out and look for who can do the marketing, who can do the accounting, and then you have a team in place.
Which actually brings us to young people and innovation. The young mind, like God has actually blessed this country. We have a lot of
I forgot to ask them what impact the ban of Twitter, for instance, has on their business and on their creativity.
Yeah, because the population percentage in Nigeria, we have, thank God for us, we have a lot of youth, which we think will help the economy. But right now, they need to, how innovative are they? Who is helping who? Like what Mr. King just said, what do you have to bring on the table rather than waiting for the the pass down thing? We should all, just come together. Okay, I have a creative mind. I can actually draft something. Or I can make what you draft, do the end thing. What can you bring to the table and make us to set up an equipment? Well, as for the COVID era and all that, COVID actually opened our eyes to see some of our young guys. They've been very, very creative. Talk about organizations setting up training center, like the Young Nigeria Code Center, established by Hugo Chiko, who actually is helping the young lads to start creating robotic teaching them robotic science to try creating things that layperson is supposed to have done.
Recently, we also saw the guy with the autism, Ferdinand,
with the governor.
The guy that lives in Makoko. He lives in the slum.
Exactly. Who would believe that a young guy like that would be a master of chess?
Ordinarily with his condition, they would have this kind of actually.
So really, for me, it's not about the condition. It's not about your condition. It's not about if you have money or you don't have money. Look, globalization is disappearing. We have no choice to move on to localization. What can we produce? What can we do? And it is the duty of every one of us to support these young people and make sure that whatever they're producing is selling. It won't be perfect in the beginning because they might come and say, it is rough here, it is rough there. They will only get better. Was it this morning that I saw the write-up of someone in Japan who was talking about when Japan started, and I think they had the biro, the pen, the pencil they use in school, the lead was always breaking. So to teach the student, you had some who will be sharpening the pencil
all
and
the time.
the others who will be doing the work, But But it was very low quality. And at the end of the day, they said, "Oh, let's import the good quality ones from the
Then
UK or something."
we use that
And then
as
someone
a
said, "No, we can't do that. We must try and get better." Out of Japan, you see the cars that have come out of there. You see even some printing presses. Okay, this show they didn't advertise. They didn't advertise on this show, but there are Japanese printing presses doing very well in the world. And that is what Japan has become. It is imperative that we must ensure that we just keep at it and make sure this
We
is
have to
better.
look inward.
Okay, talking about the localization, then we need to still look at how to source for raw materials and all that, the value chain.
You know that Nigeria is import country. We depend on a lot of import. So sourcing for raw materials already been another problem for all of them.
And that, I think, actually make what we produce locally even expensive.
Exactly. The exchange rate alone kills sourcing for raw material.
But
this is a country with a lot of natural
You know,
resources.
that is
That
the
is
funny
what
part
we
of it. Okay,
believe.
look
Yes,
at
but you see,
the
if
wood
we-
used for the frame of the
Yeah,
bed.
but if we're talking about localization, that means that someone must go into that value chain and extract the raw materials for us to get better. Someone from South Africa gave me a call recently when we started textile printing. I said to me that the cotton in Nigeria is one of the best in the world.
But is it
Because
still
we're
available?
finding
It is available.
Where is
It
it?
is, but with the end product is how to get the end product.
This is what this is all about. This is the reason why younger people or older people like you and people watching us will come together and see how we can harness those resources and fine-tune them and make them work for us. How many mineral resources have we in this country that we have not tapped into? We only talk about petroleum products. And if you look at the
that is
petroleum
even
products,
going. It has gone.
yeah, it's gone. And why won't it go? You take it out to refine,
And you bring it back in
when you bring it
at a higher
back,
cost.
when you bring it back, all the byproducts
It's
it's
there,
gone.
yeah.
It's gone there.
It's
And you
those happen to be your own
exactly.
advantage.
And you complain that you don't have good roads. Bitumen is the end product of crude oil at the end of the
Which you can use to do your road.
which you use in fixing your road. But you take it out and then someone else will use it there. So it is time
That's
we
no
do
wonder
it.
all our roads are bad.
It's really funny in Nigeria, but well, we're still in this country and we'll keep
We must keep at it. We must keep at it.
we
Engineering,
hope that-
particularly, is meant to help us solve problems, and we can see from what these young people are doing that they're solving problems. They're solving electricity problems,
which
Yeah.
is the solar.
which is solar.
So-
Yeah, I had to patronize them, so I have a unit at home.
And it's working
Of
perfectly.
course. So when there is no electricity in the whole area, I am sure that my work from home table will have electricity.
With the epileptic
Exactly.
power
So,
situation.
The truth is,
for
our
instance, I
government
had
even
an
need
online
to-
meeting yesterday night, but it was without electricity. But
Your solar is working.
Of course, my work table will always have
I
electricity.
see a lot of street lights now, they are solar powered.
Exactly.
And I don't know if the government are actually getting it from Nigeria or they are importing it. That's another
which
thing.
is about trying to encourage the made in Nigerian products.
So
Patronizing us.
whatever we do, we must make sure that this kind of a program goes viral, so that people can know that
Our
there are young
local
people
people need to
doing
even look
something.
at it well.
there are young people doing something.
They just need to encourage them. They need to buy the things that they do, give their own feedback if they want them to improve on it. You can just shun your own local product and start embracing
Talking
the
about
international.
solar, I remember during a UNICEF program last year, a guy in Abuja created a solar panel to pump water because of COVID for the rural area. And it's actually helped.
You can
Of
imagine that.
If they encourage that kind of a person, is a 20-something-year-old guy,
So
Chukuma.
agriculture, for instance, is
They can-
booming now. So you can make irrigation pumps to wet the
your
and
plant.
all those pumps can be powered by solar. There is no limit to
But
what creativity can do.
these guys, it's not just about them making those things. Another thing is financing.
Yes, I
Another
agree.
thing is
I agree.
financing.
To get a loan is
To
not.
get a loan in this country is something
But
else.
can you remember what I said about collaboration? So the people who have the money need to reach out to these kind of people. So you bring in your money, and they have the idea,
And
and then provide them for some mentoring so that things can go. I mean, we just have to look inward.
Even if they bring in the money for them and they collaborate and produce, what about buying from them?
Yeah,
I remember the guy said something like, selling now is becoming difficult for them.
Yes.
People don't want to patronize Made in Nigeria.
Yes, but they also need to first sell to their friends and relatives. That's how it works.
Yeah. Because to make it in business, your friends and relatives need to come and patronize you.
Once that is done, and Rome is never built in one day, you know.
Yeah,
so what we should do is encourage this guy to keep at it, consistency, to keep going.
Yeah,
to keep
that's
pushing.
actually the word.
To make sure they don't get discouraged, because it's easy to get discouraged. Once they get discouraged, then we have a problem. You know what I mean? But we must make sure they don't get discouraged. We must make sure that at every point in time, when they want to get discouraged, there is a deal smiling at them. You know what I mean?
Okay, so we need to help.
We need to appeal to everyone watching to ensure that we all patronize Made in Nigeria. The other day, I asked people in my office to go price the innocent cars. We don't have a choice. We just have to start patronizing our own. That's the way it is. That's the
way that we will go.
It is what it is, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, so I think we've got some lovely discussion. Can we begin to introduce ourselves and into closing shots? We didn't do that in the beginning.
The introduction is coming at the end of the whole thing. Anyway, I'm still your girl, Mojisola Bashora. You know, things that we talk about learning never stops. So we just have to keep at it. And for the young guys doing great things out there, thank you for making us proud. We'll see you on the next edition. Thank you.
And I am Olufunke Adibogun. We talk about manufacturing and different things today. I would like to say manufacturing is more than just putting parts together. It also comes with idea before the final assembly. Please encourage our young people that are into manufacturing.
I'm going to build on that, and I'm going to quote from Margaret Mead, who said, "I don't despise the days of little beginnings. I never doubt that a little small group of thoughtful, committed people can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has changed the world." So I would keep encouraging young people to put their resources together, to pull resources together, to pull forces together, and make sure that against all odds, they succeed. Engineering is still able to help us solve difficult problems.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. My name is Akin Oduwale.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye.